And right here to discuss this issue with me is Ms. Kusamarosi Udo. Ms. Udo is an electronic engineer with many years of experience in project management, both in the private sector and government. Ms. Udo also participates in Chicago area politics. She is vice president of the Waukegan Democratic Party, and she played a prominent role in the election of then U.S. Senator Barack Obama. Ms. Udo is the CEO of a health food business. Welcome to the program, Ms. Udo.
Thank you. Next
is Mr. Felix Ogbebo. Mr. Ogbebo is a global trade consultant and the president of FICO Global, Inc. in Chicago. Mr. Ogbebo is also a former secretary of PDB USA chapter. Welcome to the program, Mr. Ogbebo.
Thank you, Mr. Day.
And last but not least, Dr. Paul Otubusin. Dr. Otubusin is a lawyer and the principal shareholder at the law firm of Otubusin Associates in Chicago. Welcome to the program, Dr. Otubusin.
Thank you very much.
I was wondering, what do you think may be the reason for Nigerians, for the most part, who have acquired all these skills and education and they're still hanging around?
See, when we first finished our studies initially, and the economic situation in Nigeria did not permit us to go back home. And then we decided to settle here. As we settle here, we have jobs, we have family. And we started investing in the country. We have children that we send to school, and the country become ours. And we have less and less ties to Nigeria when we have children here. So it's, when we first finished school, if we were able to go back home, then it would have been very, very easy. But now when you have your family here, you have your job here, you have all this experience, your home, everything you built here, it's not easy to just pack up and go. But that notwithstanding, if there was, say for instance, if there was, I'm a hardware design engineer, and there was a company, say in Uyo, that does that, I would love to go back and help. But since there is nothing like that to go home, what would I do? Just pack up my bags and go to you and sit around?
Mr. Ogbero, what do you think?
Well, I look at this issue in a different perspective. When we were growing up and you go abroad and you study, you acquire your education, there was a plan for those educated so-called immigrants coming back home with placement into jobs and their input being implemented into the development of the country. But the period between 1982 and 90 actually impeded the transition of some of the educated members of the Nigerian community going back home because of the military experience in the country. But the trend is changing. And I beg to differ when you say we are not going back home, we are not contributing. The second largest infusion of capital investment to Nigeria today is coming from those of us in the diaspora. That's huge sums of money. Yes, we have acquired the skill set, but the enabling environment is not there to accommodate most of those that have acquired those skills.
But who is supposed to create that enabling environment?
The government.
It's not just going to fall from the sky.
Yes.
Dr. Otubusin, you pretty much have read all the books known to man. What is your own take on about all of this?
This is a very complex issue that most Nigerians have discussed and have tried to find practical solutions to. Yes, we have acquired the skills. Some Nigerians have attempted to go back to Nigeria and contribute in a very constructive way to the development of that country. Their experiences have not been encouraging, and when they come come back.
What do you mean their experience has not been encouraging? What were they looking for that wasn't encouraging?
And the situation.
The infrastructure is not there in Nigeria. The basic amenities to make things work. We are talking about constant electricity. We are talking about being able to communicate, phone lines that work. We are talking about being able to have a system that you can rely on. We are talking about a political, judicial, and economic system that objectively works. Yes, the system is in place in Nigeria, but it's almost like a maze. In other words, if you go to Nigeria with your skill set, or you go to Nigeria in the honest belief that you want to contribute, you will see all kinds of roadblocks. You have to know Mr. A and Mrs. B, and know the governor and know the commissioner to be able to make basic contributions to that country. That creates obstacles that we are not used to here. And when people go in there and they say, okay, I want to go and invest, they take their money there, they take their resources, they take their equipment, they almost come back with the only shirt they have on their back, almost losing everything. And this becomes almost a discouraging effect, not only for those who have gone, but for those who may want to go.